chosen.
Hello, truth seekers, or perhaps some of you would rather be called digital soldiers. I'm going to try to put out more video content for this interval, realizing that as a nation, pretty much everything is on a line at this point. If we do not decide as individuals to maximize the amplification of the truth, we will wind up with a future where this man is leading over us, locking us down, and eviscerating the American economy. This woman, Kaylee, is showing us that many are also hearing this call to action.
All of them with you tonight.
That's right, I did, Sean. We keep hearing the drumbeat of where is the evidence? Right here, Sean. 234 pages of sworn affidavits. These are real people, real allegation, signed with notaries who are alleging the following, among other contentions. They are alleging, this is one county, Wayne County, Michigan. They are saying that there was a batch of ballots where 60% had the same signature. They are saying that 35 ballots had no voter record, but they were counted anyway.
So you get the picture. So today I'll cover Twitter user 3 Day 3 Nights post about the significance of 11/11 in establishing a patriot control over the MSM narrative. He has an interesting tweet thread which I do not agree with entirely. I will voice any disagreements I have as I go through them. Number 1, complete control. In December 2015, Trump baited Dems by having Jen Flynn sit next to Putin in a dinner in Moscow. They took the bait and created the Russia narrative against Trump. This was expected and used to justify the creation of CISA to protect future elections. Of course, CISA is the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency. Created in 2018, Trump signed into law the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency Act of 2018. And yes, there is some suspicion that this very photograph of General Flynn with Vladimir Putin may have led to the start of the Russiagate controversy. Number 2, FISA works both ways. Russia allowed them to create bogus FISA warrants against Trump. This was expected as well. Trump allowed these warrants to continue up until October 2017. Why? Because any spying on him allowed Trump to legally spy on them. All of them. Now, I believe this specific justification of Trump reverse spying, I think that should probably be spelled out more clearly. I need some foundation for that particular statement. Number 3, special counsel trap. On May 17, 2017, Rod Rosenstein selected Bob Mueller as the SC. Remember when Rod flew on Air Force One with Trump and has been all smiles since? By AP, October 8, 2018, Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein is flying Monday with President Trump on Air Force One to Police Chiefs Conference in Florida, and the president said before leaving that he has no plans to fire the overseer of Special Counsel Robert Mueller's investigation. Number 4, Mueller and Barr. Trump interviewed Mueller for FBI director the day before he was appointed SC by Rod Rosenstein. Mueller couldn't legally be FBI director. Was his pardon agreed upon to play a role as special counsel? Mueller and Barr both were a part of Uranium One mischief from long ago. Trump owns both. Yeah, in this context, I'll go ahead and quote the Washington Post quoting the New York Times from a statement made in November of 2017. Mr. Barr said he sees more basis for investigating the uranium deal than any supposed collusion between Mr. Trump and Russia. To the extent it is not pursuing these matters, the department is abdicating its responsibility, he said. So in this quote, William Barr is promoting the idea that Uranium One should be looked at again. So why then say that Barr was a part of Uranium One mischief, implying he was somehow involved in this particular scandal? Why would he want investigation into something that ultimately will reveal his own wrongdoing? Moving to number 5, our friend shows up. On October 28, 2017, our friend, as you know, number 17, shows up on the boards and starts dropping crumbs, including references to 11/11. Why? 1,111 days after 10/28/17 equals 11/11/20. Odds? Okay, so we're gonna have to develop this one here. When did our friend start posting online? The first post ever was on October 28th, 2017. This article shows the first post there. Guess what happens when you put this query into Google search? See, same query, unusable results. Look at that. That's Google. So I went ahead and searched the very first post. HRC extradition already in motion effective yesterday with several countries in case of cross-border run. Passport approved to be flagged effective 10:30 at 12:01 a.m. Expect massive riots organized in defiance and others fleeing the U.S. to occur. USM will conduct the operation while NG activated. Proof check. Located NG member and ask if activated for duty 10:30 across multiple major cities. So I went to timeanddate.com and put in the respective dates, our friend's first post, as well as tomorrow's date, 11/11/2020. We'll exclude the end date, so that way this day is also included in the calculation. And guess what the duration will be? So, not including Wednesday, November 11th, you have 1,110 days. But if you include that date, it would actually be 1,111 days. So just now I went ahead and included the end date in the calculation, and the result gives you 1,111 days. Absolutely remarkable. 1111 1111. The keyboard is all about dates and times and intervals. So my guess is this is not an accident. Continuing with this post number 5, he refers to a specific drop. What must happen pre-11/11? 11/11 provided a strategic marker. Post midterms, red wave coming, strength, justice. 17. 6. Puppet Pelosi. Trump 100% controls Pelosi. Her husband Paul owns part of Dominion Voting Systems. She is related to Gavin Newsom, who was once married to Kimberly Guilfoyle, Donald Trump Jr.'s girlfriend. Pelosi's job was to falsely impeach Trump to make America hate the Dems. I'm not sure I completely buy that. If this were the case, that would make Nancy a very good actor. Remember her tearing a State of the Union address after Trump finished it? Remember the Let Them Eat Ice Cream ad that highlighted this really bizarre display of Nancy?
Candy.
Thousands have been forced to wait for hours at food banks all across the country.
This is chocolate, and then we have some other chocolate.
Oh, she has her Ginny's ice cream. It's a really premium, nice brand. Talenti, another premium brand.
Here, we just got to restock the ice cream.
You don't want to eat up everything all at one time.
I can't do it much longer. I'm trying so hard.
Shall we say?
Yes, her fridge cost $24,000. So she did that deliberately just to make herself seem like a heel. She's a pretty good actor. Number 7, impeachment day. On February 5th, 2020, Trump overcame impeachment. This was 1,111 days from Trump's inauguration on 1/20/17. It was 777 days from Trump's executive order against trafficking on 12/21/17. This is posited as statistically impossible evidence that Trump is in total control of timing. So I ran the calculation. I can't say that this one is perfect, because if you include the end date in the calculation, you get 1,112 days. You take it out, and then it does drop to 1,111. But indeed, it's very close. This is quite impressive. 8. Executive order. Trump's 12/21/17 executive order against trafficking allowed our military to take over companies caught trafficking. This includes big tech and voting machine vendors helping elect traffickers. 1,111 days from this executive order falls on 1/4/21, when Trump's 117th Congress gets sworn in. 9. What does this all mean? It's simple. Between 11/11/20 and 1/4/21, we'll get some form of proof on all things we've suspected. I've been unable to find an 11/11 date decode that comes to fruition after 1/4/21, so I imagine we will like how this is going by that date. Anyhow, this number math, particularly the 11/11 days from 17's first post, I find this very fascinating and perhaps suggestive of significance for tomorrow, 11/11/20. Proceed forth, my patriots. The battle's been long and hard. It looks like we're at a disadvantage, but this battle is not over. I will be fighting with you. Take care. Bye.